Hey, how's it going?
First, you already turn on your gas. Yeah. Put some oil, like 2 spoons or 3 spoons inside the pan. And then saute the paste. We do have paste here. The curry paste. Curry laksa paste. So around 2 spoons. Like this.
Okay.
Smell good.
Oh, how much?
Yeah. Just a bit like. Okay. Mix it well.
Okay.
Mix it well.
How much water did you put in?
Around like 500 milliliter.
It's for you. For you.
It's
And just afterwards, if you can just pass your, give your names to Dodo. Sure. Because we'll prepare.
I turned it off. I'm sorry.
There's always one.
I was turning it down and I went a little bit too much.
Smells good. Must be doing a good job.
you want to put the pandan leaf. And then just simmers like around 15 minutes. Like that way with the lid.
Better. We'll let the show taste it, okay? Blind tasting.
Chef.
paste. We do have paste here. The curry paste. Curry rasa paste. So around 2 spoons.
Smell good. And just afterwards, if you can just pass your, give your names to Dodo. Sure. Because we'll prepare a certificate for you. Okay?
I'm sorry.
There's always one.
I was turning it down and I went a little bit too much.
Smells good. Must be doing a good job.
And some chicken. If too thick, some water.
Okay.
Then just simmers like around 50 minutes. Then we have the lid.
Not bad. Better.
We'll let the chef taste it, okay?
Blind tasting.
Yeah,
No,
blind
no,
tasting, yeah.
Chef, and here you can buy the noodles. I'm here. I'm here, my friend. I'm here. So these guys um, are one of the guests from the resort, and they joined the cooking lesson. It was really nice cooking lesson. When we go holiday, if there's a chances of doing such a thing like this cooking lesson, I always join them because it's good to, you know, discover the taste, the flavor. It connects with people. I love connecting with people. So whenever I go holiday, the food, the culture, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Just like in Turkey. In Turkey, when you ask the people who have been in Turkey, which one you love the most in Turkey, they will always say the food. And next are the story behind all the ancient, you know, artifacts, buildings, story. But they will always say the food. We love the food in Turkey. We enjoy the food too much. Hey guys, where are you watching from? So learning language is one of the best thing to connect with the people. So learning Turkish let me connect with people. It's made my life a little bit easier when I were able to speak little bit of Turkey. Kolay değil ama olsun yani. Ne yapayım? Hayat güzeldi. Biraz Türkçe biliyorum ya. Hayat çok güzel. Türkçe de çok güzel. Sizler neresiniz? Okay. So one of the most difficult part of learning Turkish is, some of the words, um, when you translate in English, it doesn't give the perfect meaning. You know, there are some words that when I think of English, translating it into Turkey or Turkish language, sometimes it's not that exactly what you wanted to say. So sometimes I have to be careful. But keeping too much vocabulary word in Turkish is such a nice game to do because later on it will be more easy for me to, you know, remember the words, remember and translate it. It's like, you are learning it's like a young Filipino who would like to learn English, but they can speak English well without comprehension. Sometimes it's the same in all other language we're trying to learn. We can speak the language, but we don't comprehend. Just imagine you are speaking your mother language and you are also less in comprehension. Not everyone who speak their language, they can comprehend into the message or meaning of every words. So that's very normal. That's not that's not what you call negative part of learning the language. Just like when I sing the word, it's made me more easy to recognize the meaning. So there are many people who are into language. I know for sure. Tamam. Tamam. I know one of a guy who is from Japan and he speak more than 20 languages fluently. Nice live, thank you. Very fluent. And I met this guy before when I was in Dubai. He is there to travel in Dubai. I met him there. It was more than, I think it was more than 15 years ago when I met this guy. He was then a student. He was in high school and came to Dubai for a holiday with his family, parents. He's the only child. And it was the first time he was, he said, "Oh, I really like to learn Arabic," he said. And he said, "When I go back to Japan, I will try to have a homeschool for Arabic, because also in Japan there are so many homeschool one-on-one, one-on-one language teaching. There are a lot of languages, a lot, and it's not very easy for some. Oh, nice live, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. I take that as a compliment. Really, thank you for that. And yeah, and after that, it was, I believe, the first person I have friend on Facebook, which is a foreign person. I get chance to connect with him in Facebook that time, very many many years ago, and until now we are friends. And I was surprised that now he speak more than about 20 language, he said, and he speak very fluent language. And now he's married and he has a son, and his son is 3 years old and speak four language. 3 years old boy and speak this much of language. Ah, it is Japanese. Uh, his son speak Japanese, English, Russian, and Italian. The wife is from Russia. That's why the son speak Russian. It's very interesting. Now I believe he's working. He has his own company, a language school in Japan, in Tokyo, and they have so many um what you call this? So many homestead, right? Homestead school. They offer one-on-one language learning for so many, to so many Japanese people. Then I was able to give some times for me to, to teach English. It was um, it was 2013, 2013, when I was able to 2013, no, 2023, not 13, 2023, when I was able to give sometimes. It was last year to give sometimes, but I don't really find it easy because teaching and during the time that most people are sleeping and you are still, you are still should sleep, and your student is still awake and waiting for you, and that made it not easy. So I gave chance to other people to take the job, but it was very nice. It was great offer, and it was great experience. It's something that one of a kind experience. Talking to some strangers in the Skype, you know, and going through the details one by one. Sometimes you mispronounce the word. Sometimes, you know, the students know how to pronounce the word more than you know, but it doesn't stop there. The students is always, they are very respectful, and sometimes they do their own assignment. Hey guys, where are you watching from? So let's ask these people, which language do you speak aside from your own language? Which language you wanted to learn, if there are, if you have a chance to learn another language, which language you want to learn? Which one? So sometimes I learned Arabic because I work in Dubai, Saudi Arabia for for for quite long. So I was able to learn Arabic, and I went to school as well. When I was in Saudi Arabia, I went to school. I wasn't able to finish it, so I couldn't rate my skills in Arabic language very well. I still remember before I can read little bit of, you know, sentences, but without using the language, you will be able to forget it. So whenever you learn another language, you have to continue using the language, because remember, our brain can store a lot of details, but without using all that details, especially when you are learning language, and without practicing the language in everyday, life, you will be able to forget them. And then the only thing that will remain in your vocabulary are the strong languages that you are using. Like, for instance, for me as a Filipino, I have in Philippines we have more than 3,000 dialects, and we have one language, which is the Tagalog. I speak more than 30 dialects out of thousands dialects. But without using these dialects, most of them I forget. We have few dialects that's only very few people can speak, because now most people, especially the kids, they were into another language. It's nice to have you in my lives, Tati. See you in your live stream when I able to catch you. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. So when you, like, for instance, there is one dialect in my region. In my region, we have more dialects. So there is one dialect in my region, and only very few people or tribe. It's a tribe, actually, tribe dialect, who are speaking this dialect, and this dialect is now almost dying dialect, because the new generation, they stopped using these dialects, and only those who are elders are using the dialect. Now these kids of the tribes, they are using another dialect, which is more big dialect, like morely common in the region. And then they are also now using the Tagalog, because in Philippines as well, when when you were aren't able to speak Tagalog, it's kind of difficult to communicate with other people. Some people cannot speak our own language, which is the Tagalog. Most of them they are using, using their dialect. That's why I was very surprised because our national language is Tagalog, but only few regions in the Philippines speak this language, where the majority of the Filipinos speaking another dialect, which is the most huge, the most huge dialect, which is Bisaya. The most huge dialect is Bisaya. I don't understand why Bisaya was not the you know, national language for our country, because the majority of the Filipino they speak this language, which is Bisaya. And yes, so learning language is something that you have to keep on going and practicing, and it will become organic later on. Organic in a way that you don't have to think what to say. So whenever English is not my mother language. My mother language is Tagalog. When I was in high school, I still remember that whenever I wanted to speak in English, I have to think. But now, since it's become my second language, I don't need to think, it's automatically come. The message that you wanted to say to the people, they just automatically come out you know, in your mind and speak it loudly. So the people who are listening, the audience that's listening to you would be able, to take the message. And sometimes when talking with people, it's very important that you need to pause so they will be able to take the message. Not even those people who speak the same language. Because in this world, it's not the language that they say, you know, the problem. No, people who speak the same language sometimes don't understand each other because of lack of comprehension. Then, what is the problem then? The problem then is comprehension, not the language. The most common use language is not even spoke with its own accent, with its own tone. They were shown. How many people speak, Chinese in the world? How many people in the world speak English? How many people speak Italian? How many people speak Arabic? How many people speak, you know, Hindi, Chinese, Japanese, Russian? These language are not the most common use. Which is most common use language is what? The sign language. Even the people who speak the language, sometimes they don't speak. They use the sign language because the sign language is more often understood what the message is. Don't get me wrong. You can agree and disagree to that if you want. You know, back in the days when I was still in the training system, we don't train the people to learn, you know, much of much of their skills into language. We train most of them, to use body language, sign language. Body language are most used language in this world. It's not English, it's not the Chinese, it's not it's not the Spanish, it's not the Latin, it's not the Russian. The most used language is the body language. and most understood language is the body language. So don't get me wrong to that. And you can disagree if you like. Okay. But of course, it is important to learn language, basically, if you wanted and if you enjoy traveling. Because, like I say earlier, connecting with people, it is most important thing to know is their basic language. How you will able to say hi, how you will be able to say delicious food, beautiful. It is very important because in this much, the person who will try or the person who you gave the message will be able to understood that you don't speak their language, right? If you go to some places, like most people there look like the same. Okay, they mostly look like the same. If you go to Asia, there are countries most people look like the same. Oh, Pinoy Galaan, you are from Thailand. When I speak, then they don't understand. Then they understand that I'm not from Thailand because my English is very different from Thailand. Oh, when you go to another place from like Malaysia, Indonesia, oh, salamat pagi, salamat datang. When I speak their language and they understood, oh, you are not from Malaysia or Indonesia because the accent is not the same. But when you gave them something that they understood, you don't speak the language, you can show your body language. uh, uh, uh, uh. So where are we now? Where are we now? Where are my students? They just get out from the school. They normally go out 4:20, some of them 4:30. So let's see where are they and wait for sometimes. I miss my students. My students. Pinoy abi. Pinoy abi. Pinoy abi. Neden İngilizce konuşuyorum ya? Pinoy abi. İngilizce bilmiyorum. İlinin kürü. Oh, Galatasaray Edits, hoş geldin. Selam Galatasaray Edits. Ne yapıyorsunuz? Ah, ne yaptın abicim? Ne yaptın? Ah, selam selam. Sen ne yaptın? Nasılsınız? İyi misiniz? Oo, selam geldi. Azerbaycan selam. Azerbaycan. Aytem Ayşem hoş geldin. Ne haber? Çocuklar ne yapıyorsunuz? İyi misiniz? If I were, if I were, if I were going to, to travel in a place that I've never had any idea of their language, how to say simple language, then I will tell them, oh, very nice food. Türkiye, Azerbaycan selam. İyidir sen. Çok sağ ol. Çok sağ ol abicim, ben de iyiyim. Türkiye, Azerbaycan salam. So this is the food. Organic food. Organic. Organic me. Organic food. Organic. Ne yapıyorsun sen? Galatasaray. Aleyküm selam. Ay maşallah ya. Aleyküm selam. Baksan. Baksan. Ne yapıyorsun? Hadi bakalım. Söyle bakayım. Neredesin? Evdesin. Sokak mı? AVM? Okula mı? Ee, arkadaşlar beraber mi? Sahil mi? Neredesin? Anlat ya. Kim? Sen. Neredesin? So Azerbaijan, they can speak Turkish as well. Azerbaijan, they speak most of them Turkish, Azerbaijan, and Russian. Very nice, right? Very nice. Most people. So Item Aishan is from Azerbaijan. Aishem, Item are twins. They speak English, they speak Turkish, and they speak Ruski. Değil mi? Değil mi Aytem? Ayşem kim burada? Aytem mi? Ayşem mi? Haydi anlat bakalım. Evde. Aa evde. Neden evde ya? Hava çok güzel ya. Bak güneş var. Biraz sıcak. Hava biraz sıcak. Ben bir saat falan ben bir saat parke bugün. Oturuyorum. Çay beraber. Güneş var ya biraz sıcak. Oturuyorum. Sandalyede var. Sadece bir tane kitap aldım. Oturuyorum. Bu kadar kitap. Bir saat çay içiyorum. Bakıyorum. O çok güzel hava. Sonra da evde geldik ikimiz. Vay ikimiz. Ne yapıyorsun ev? Akşam yemek ne var? Hadi annem babam selam söyle tamam. Anneannem selam söyle. Babaannem selam söyle. Komşu da selam söyle tamam. Ne oldu? Hasta oldum Ayşem. Allah çok geçmiş olsun ya Aytem. Ayşem çok geçmiş olsun. Ne hasta ya? Haçu haçu mu? Haçu haçu. Bak burası serin. Burası serin mi? Biraz soğuk mu? Bak burası geçen gün de aynı. Ben sercefil ve limon çay. Sercefil limon çay yaptım. Biraz da bal. Gün sabah şimdi içiyorum. Yok bitti. Çok güzel. Sercefil ya. Ah, burası sercefil kilosu ne kadar? 250 TL kilosu ya. Ah, şaşırdım ya. Filipinler sercefil yani. Her yer var bedava. Biz de birazdan geleceğiz. Nereye gireceğiz? Nereye gireceğiz? Gitme ya. Evde otur tamam. Evde otur tamam. Gitme. Nereye ya? Akşam akşam nereye? Sana da oturmam evde otur tamam. Biraz hasta yatar ya. Sana da dikkat etmem lazım tamam. Allah korusun hasta olacağız yani. Dikkat et tamam. Dikkat et. Söyle Ayşem, Pinoy abi çok geçmiş olsun diyor ki. Vazgeçmiş, geçtik gitmiyoruz. Ah tamam. Tamam o zaman. Tamam. So now I can say that it's more likely, easy to understand what they wanted to say. Also, Azerbaijan and Turkey, they can pronounce the word almost the same, but how they write the word sometimes it's different because the letters of Azerbaijan and Turkey is a little bit way different. They have this kind of, and item benimli çok iyi. iyi gelmiyor. İkimiz sırayla yazıyoruz. Ha, sırayla. Yazıyoruz. Tamam. Sırayla. Hangi sırayla? Hangi sırayla? İkimiz de. Bana beraber. Tamam. Bana beraber. Tamam. 20 dakika var. Gitmeyi. Tamam. Zaten kimse yok. Tamam. Bana bırakma. Tamam. Kimse yok. Gittiler. Ah. Arkadaşlar nerede ya? Ben unuttum. Yenge nasıl? Yenge biraz iyi değil. Biraz iyi değil ya. Biraz ağrı var. Orada yatakta bir o yazdı be ben. Kimin ben? Evet ya ikimiz varız. Tamam. Sizler dua et. Tamam yenge iyi geliyor tamam. Yenge biraz iyi değil. Oh Allah'ım ya Rabbim. Yenge biraz hasta ya. Ben de çok üzüldüm. Biliyor musunuz? Ama inşallah birazdan iyi geliyor. Birazdan iyi geliyor. Allah'ım benim işimde şifa vardı ya. Geçmiş olsun. Sağ ol. Sağ ol. Sağ ol abicim ya. Neyse. Çok mersi. Çok. Allah razı olsun. Aytem Ayşem. Allah razı olsun senin. Seninler. Bak. İnşallah hanım biz de sana geliyor. Azerbaycan gidiyoruz. Azerbaycan. Bu yaz gelecek inşallah biz de Allah'ım şans da vardı. Biz de Baku gidiyoruz. 10 gün, 7 gün, kaç gün? Mesela bir hafta falan. Biraz para var. 15 gün, 2 hafta. İnşallah. İnşallah. Amin. Gelirin ne zaman başlayacak? İnşallah ne zaman başlayacak ya? Ne zaman abi? Oy. Gelelim. Bizi mi? Evet. Sizler. Bir daha gidiyoruz. Biz de her gün beraber tamam. Biraz inşallah. All inclusive tamam. Senin ev biz oturuyoruz bir hafta. Olur mu? Bir hafta biz gidiyoruz Azerbaycan senin ev. Biz de oturuyoruz bir hafta. Tamam mı? Ben her gün akşam yemek, sabah yemek yapacağız. Tamam. Her yemek ben yapacağız. Tamam. Makarna, pastry, pizza. Dünyanın yemek. Her gün ben yapacağız. Tamam. Ama olur mu? İnşallah. İnşallah bizde Allah'ım şans vardı. Azerbaycan gidiyoruz. Evet, Azerbaycan. Tamam. Her gün yemek yapıyorum. Her gün. Hangi yemek istersen ben yapıyorum. Tamam. Oha mis. Evet. Her gün. Sabah akşam kahvaltı falan. Kahvaltı, akşam yemek, gece yemek. Yapar. Ne yemek istersen yapar. Sorun yok. Ben şeftim ben. 7 yıldız şeftim ben. 7 yıldız. 5 yıldız değil. 7 yıldız şef ben. Tamam. Senin hangi yemek istersen yapar. Michelin yemek istersen ben yapar. Sorun yok. Michelin, Azerbaycan Michelin restoran var mı? Var mı? Michelin. Var. Anladım var bir tane. Bir tane. Baku var ya. Hangi ay gelmek istiyorsan yaz. Yaz gelecek. Mesela yok. Yeni bahar falan. Yeni bahar. Yeni bahar. 10 yıldız mı? 10 yıldız mı? Yok mu? Michelin var. Michelin restoran var ya. Baku'da var. Unuttum hangi. 3 yıldız ya. Michelin var ya. Bildiğim kadarıyla yok. Var. Var. Mesela açık değil galiba. Hala açık değil. Var. Bir tane. Baku var. Bir tane yeni museum var ya. Yeni museum. Bir tane yeni museum. Baku ya. Oralarda var. 3 yıldır Michelin restoran var. Gidiyoruz. Sorun yok. Her gün. Baku'ya gelmiş. Ben mi? Geldik. Gittik ya. Gittik. Neredeler ya? Gittik. Oha.
And just
Bak
afterwards, if you
yemek
can
var.
just pass your...
Yemek. Bakayım. Burada kimin dört göz var. Dört. Tamam. Kapatayım mı abicim? Kapatayım mı? Yok. Birazdan. Bakayım. Kaç saat geldi? Saat var ya. I just intro audio Mango District. Okay.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine.
Sen
I
bilirsin.
strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago.
Bak. Backward. Backward. Since na what? Back. Back. The Merchant Hotel. Biliyorum mo? Bilmiyorum. The Merchant Back. Biliyorum. The Merchant Back.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
The Merchant Back Hotel Waria.
As they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it
Gastronomy.
stays. Way back a
This
year ago.
back of the Euro Lord Gastronomy. Back. Oh, shark. Shark. Get the shark. Isn't it? Come on, dude. Netflix a year ago. A year ago, Netflix.
Way back
Biraz
a year
kısmı.
ago.
Biraz kıs diyor. Dur.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going live, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. Way back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago, I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on